Hello, everyone. My topic today: the Caribbean enjoys comparatively high levels of human development. On March 13, the United Nations Development Programme released the 2023-24 edition of the world's best measure of the quality of life everywhere on the planet, the Human Development Report. The Human Development Report gives each country's score for an index which captures average incomes measured in US dollars, how much that income will buy in each country, the expected lifespan of someone born in the country this year, and the years of schooling the average person receives. Thanks to this combination of factors, the Human Development Report gives a picture that is reasonably close to the actual experiences of the residents of any country, and it is a reliable guide to the comparative quality of life in different countries. Those who believe that small size and dependence on tourism limit the Caribbean's growth potential may be surprised to find that Iceland, with a population slightly less than the Bahamas, is third in the Global Human Development Index rankings. What is more, tourism is that country's main source of foreign earnings, with almost half the total, and export diversification is limited. The only other foreign earnings of significance are fisheries and aluminium, each with less than 1/5 of the total. St. Kitts Nevis is the CARICOM country with the highest score in the Human Development Index, followed in order by Antigua Barbuda, Bahamas, Trinidad Tobago, and Barbados. These all score above Seychelles, the highest scoring non-Caribbean country in the small island developing states grouping to which the Caribbean belongs. All these countries, plus Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which follow in the Human Development Index rankings, have scores that exceed the average for all of Latin America and the Caribbean. Below the Latin America and Caribbean average, but higher than the average for small island developing states worldwide, are Guyana and Dominica. While below the small island developing states average, we find St. Lucia, Jamaica, Belize, and Suriname. Though they are the lowest scoring in CARICOM, Haiti excepted, they are all in the top half of all countries included in the Human Development Report, and their human development is rated either high or very high for every one of those countries. Thanks to explosive growth in oil exports, Guyana scores very high on every measure of economic gains, and the Human Development Index is no exception. The country's Human Development Index improved at an annual rate averaging 1.1% for the period 2010 to 2022. Almost all of that growth took place after 2019 when oil production began. St. Kitts Nevis was the only other Caribbean country that did better than the small islands developing states group in terms of Human Development Index gains. The comparator countries, that is to say Iceland and Seychelles, and the Latin America and Caribbean region as a whole, all showed improvement of about 0.3% per annum. Trinidad and Tobago was the only CARICOM country to match that rate of improvement among the remaining countries. 5 countries lost ground, recording scores in 2022 that were lower than in 2010. These were Belize, Suriname, St. Lucia, and Jamaica. The Human Development Report is accompanied by data which allows journalists, researchers, commentators, or anyone who may be interested to explore the factors that have contributed to the overall human development score for any country. We may calculate how much average income contributes to the score in comparison with life expectancy or years of schooling, how the purchasing power of average incomes varies among countries, how these indices have changed over time, and what impact the COVID-19 pandemic has had. There is also information on the impact of income inequalities on the country's score. The Human Development Index is best interpreted as a general indicator of the relative quality of life in different countries and regions. We should view 2 countries with roughly similar scores as offering comparable lifestyles without expecting to experience a discernibly higher quality of life in the one with the marginally higher score. However, differences will usually be apparent when Human Development Index scores differ widely. Also, the Human Development Index, as published for all countries, cannot speak to such issues as the quality of educational services or inequities that derive from institutional limitations and cultural practices, because comparable information on these factors is not available for a sufficient number of countries. However, the Human Development Report provides templates and suggests methodologies for exploring these effects in countries which wish to do so. The picture which emerges from the Human Development Report 2023-24 is of CARICOM countries which enjoy a relatively high level of human development by world standards, all except Haiti. However, apart from the oil exporting countries, the region has not kept pace with its peers, nor has it advanced at a rate comparable to the Latin America and Caribbean region as a whole in the years since 2010. The Human Development Report provides material for us to explore the reasons for this disappointing performance. It is to be hoped that in the coming weeks and months, economists, journalists, commentators, and the interested public will mine the wealth of data the report makes available to provide our Caribbean with better guidance for future policy choices. Thank you and good day.